Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Candace, and we have a special day number 7 for you. We used the strap for an upper body practice earlier in this challenge. Now today, we're going to use this on the lower part of our body, loving our body and our Dare to Love Your Body challenge. Let's start on our backs. Ooh, find yourself rolling down. And when we start on our back in a practice, make sure to settle in for a moment. Especially if this is a late afternoon or late evening or all day, you've been on your feet, you've been running around, you might not have realized how much arching or curving you have done in your body, just to hold yourself up, especially when you start getting fatigued. So staying right here, let the back body settle into the support of the mat. And then begin to windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Slow and steady. Let it feel good. All right, let it feel good. Take it a little bit deeper. Take the feet a little bit wider. Maybe the knees go closer to the floor. Maybe they don't. Find the shapes that make the most sense in your body as we are learning what it means to truly love our bodies. Place the bottoms of your feet together and knees gently fall out. And yes, we're going to use a strap in a moment. Anything will do, even a t-shirt. Simply take these first couple minutes. I'm going to work on this lower part of our body, increasing stability, strengthening our foundation. And as a double bonus, some of these lower body movements will also help the low back bring the knees together, which also gets fatigued. Squeeze it into your chest, and then rock and roll around. All right, now let's get to that strap. So when we're working with a strap on our back, we're going to start on the right side. Slide your foot, or the strap rather, right around the ball of your foot. So not so much the center, but right up at the base of the toes, that widest part. Okay, when that feels right, like you've got some support there. If you happen to be using a long strap, see if you can bring your arms all the way down and rest. Rest right down on the floor. And now with a few breaths, notice your inhale and your exhale. Lengthening your inhale and your exhale. Feel free to slide your left leg down on the floor if that feels good. Slowly start to pull that lifted right leg a little closer to you. Keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed, the shoulder blades down on the floor. Opening up the back of this right leg, slow and steady. With each one of us, a little mindfulness and a little patience, you'll discover there's a spot somewhere. There's a spot somewhere that when you pull really firmly, your muscles start to actually work against the stretch. They start to tighten up and it feels more like a fight. And then, of course, if you back up so far that you don't feel anything at all, what we're working towards is finding the middle ground. We want to engage in a little bit of lengthening and opening up of this hamstring and the calf muscle in the back of the leg, but without overdoing it. It's so easy to overdo it. If you really back up, and feel free to move in and out as well. Back up your stretch so that it feels much, much, much less intense, maybe 10% sensation. Place your hand right down at the bottom, right where your thigh meets the hip crease right here, and give a little nudge. Give a little nudge like you're trying to push your hip away from you. And then from there, re-engage in a bit of a stretch. You might notice that you're not going to go as far. Just a little avenue to get more sensation if you're feeling like there isn't much of a stretch. And for some of us, having your knee bent a little bit, that might be the perfect spot for you right now. All right, now let's switch sides. We spent several minutes on that side, and sometimes that's really what our body needs, is to slow it down enough. And you're having this experience now to know if today's one of those days where, wow, yeah, maybe less choices, one or two movements for your 15-minute segment that you're offering yourself, but more focused. Probably notice this side on me. The side on me is a little tighter. So my left leg does not come as far as my right. And a lot of that did happen during some menopausal changes. But being kind to our bodies and daring to love our bodies, part of that is acknowledging, okay, this is where I am. And I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm going to keep showing up. Some days with more energy, some days with a little less. And I'll pick and choose what works for me in the moment. All right, release that side down. Whew. Take about 4 to 5 deep breaths. So what's a deep breath? A deep breath is feel your inhale. And let it go. Beautiful. This time, count your inhale. Maybe it's 4, 5, 6. And then as you're exhaling, count that same number or longer. So if you got into 4, inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sense? Awesome. Breathe it in, right down into this low belly part. As deep as where you are today. And then exhale slow and steady. This is a super duper important piece. This slow and steady. The practice of turning our bodies into a place of calm. Focused, centered, peaceful, heart open. Loving to our bodies. Beautiful. All right, rebend the knees before we go any further and allow the knees to fall left and right like we did earlier. You may or may not notice a difference. It's all good. I'm giving a little bit of an assist without too much. I've got some arch here in my low back. Today for me is a little bit of a tight day. So very gently moving from side to side. All right, now we're going to come back to the right. Slip the ball of your foot into the strap, slide your left leg down, and this time, remember that little hand movement right in the hip crease? Really try to get as much space as you can right here in this hip crease. And now we're going to cross your right foot over your left. So your right foot's heading to the left. Take your right arm, open it up out to the side. And this shoulder blade, this right shoulder blade, do your best to try to keep that down on the floor. The goal is not to, okay, I'm all the way over, and then this right shoulder is really up off the floor. You can always put a folded blanket underneath your lifted leg too, if you're feeling like it would be helpful to take some strain off your low back. Nice, come through center. Before we switch sides, bend your knees, both feet down on the floor. And then plant your hands on top of your thighs. We're going to lift up, but give a little bit of resistance. Press down on the tops of your legs. You're kind of a little tiny bit of a battle to lift, helping you engage, and then relax, effortless. Nice job. All right, on to the other side. So if you have a piece of furniture or a wall or something, just modify your starting space. So when you cross over, you have some clearance. All right, come on back through center. Yes, I pulled the strap a little too hard. And I popped it right off the bottom of my foot. Rock your knees side to side once again. Beautiful. Bottoms of the feet together. Knees fall open. Bring a hand to the heart and to the belly. Breathing nice and deep, but slow and steady. This slow and steady breath, very purposeful, bringing us to our center, bringing us to this present moment, helping us to release that kind of ping-pongy monkey mind where you feeling like you have so much to do that you have this thought in a rapid fire succession to the next thought and the next thought and the next thought. So giving yourself a moment to simply focus on breathing helps to bring us, and hopefully you're feeling this as you're breathing, helps to bring us right here present to the mat. Here I am, I'm in my body. And from this clearer space, I know how to make the next right action. Beautiful. Let's bring the knees together. Roll onto your favorite side and sitting up nice and tall. Whew. Oh. And sometimes that's all it takes, is to give your body those few minutes to release some stresses and tension, to come back to energizing. You don't necessarily need a whole night's sleep, but I'd love to hear what your experience was of this practice. Please share below, and of course, share with everyone you care about. This is Candace. Until next time, peace, love, and gratitude. Namaste.